talk to Eugene. Eugene, obviously it has been disruptive for you not having Junior available. How hard will it be to get up to speed? You'll have to come and sit in front of the camera, microphones. How hard will it be to get up to speed with a short run in time?
Firstly, also, did you invite him? It was far easier when Higgins was taking the press conference. What were you thinking? Or was it Higgins? Nah, I appreciate Craig. He does a great job. Celebrity trainer's back. The head trainer's over there. He always, I think he intentionally forgets his Stonewood home shirt, so it forces me to come up and he gets to sit back there and laugh at me. But yeah, I'm happy to be here. You're going to have to rephrase that question again.
Well, obviously you've had a health issue. It's set you guys back. You've been in camps before, but it's set back. But look, we're looking at, what, 2 months? It's a short lead-in time. He says he's going to be healthy, but there's a lot of people who bought tickets. You've got to tell us what kind of junior fighter is going to show up. Now,
look, we went out of our way to get the surgery as fast as we can, because obviously we built up a tremendous. We had Junior the fittest he's ever been in his life. The fittest he's ever been in his life. So it was important to get the surgery done so that any time that he rested, we weren't going to lose any of that, or we could minimize the loss and power, strength, and aerobic capacity that we had. We've managed to do that. We've still got a little while before we can start to hit full stride, but we haven't lost too much, and it's still, for us, our fitness and whatever we built up for the first fight, it's definitely recoverable. He's 100% going to make will be healthy on the date, and we're 100% turning up. You have my word on that.
So you talk about the celebrity boxer and
celebrity trainer.
Okay, so how do you divvy things up?
Well, I'm just taking the piss, but the head trainer is actually Doug Viney, and I'm the assistant trainer. But oddly enough, I've become a little bit better at, I don't know, I've become the person that people want to hear on the microphone. So Doug is sitting in the background there, but make no mistake, Doug's the head trainer. He's a very successful boxer himself, very successful international fighter, one of New Zealand's best. And I'm just a part of the camp, and I help out, fill different gaps up with me and the other coaches, just with strategy and tactics and stuff. So that's how the team works.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. I'll ask you in a second.
They heard it.
Anthony Joshua has given the game plan on how to fight Joseph Parker, big man versus little man. Yeah. Alexander Dimitrenko gave you a game plan of how not to fight Joseph Parker as a big guy. Those two fights, I would argue that the Dimitrenko fight in 2016 was the last time Joseph Parker looked amazing, and he was spectacular. Have you watched those videos down repeatedly and seen the difference and where you can go for Joseph?
Yeah, look, we watch, especially, we watch all the videos tirelessly, but the trick isn't watching a fight and seeing where Joseph's weaknesses are for that particular fight. The trick is to watch the fights in reference to the fighter that we have. We aren't Anthony Joshua. We aren't Dimitrenko. We aren't all these people. We have to figure out what our strengths are and what the things are to take from those fights that we think that Junior can take advantage of. It's not just as simple as saying, oh yeah, look, Joseph did this against Joseph Parker. Anthony Joshua did this well against Joseph. Everything has to be related back to Junior. That's the real trick of watching video and creating a strategy. And you can take all these things, but they mean nothing if you don't know your own fighter and what he can do.
But I'm just thinking off the top of my head now, when we were looking at Joseph fighting a Deontay Wilder or a Anthony Joshua, there's lots of video of Joseph fighting tall guys. So he's going to have to come with an X factor because Joseph is used to fighting tall guys.
Yeah, we have a plan, and Stanaway can sit up here and ask me as many questions. I'm not going to reveal. He's not going to trick me into revealing any of that plan. but he's already hit the, hit the nail on the head. Like, we have some physical advantages that it's our duty to take care of. If we don't take care of those physical advantages that Junior has, then we're doing Junior an injustice. So there's some stuff you can feed off there. Like you can sit here and you can criticize, the Anthony Joshua. He wasn't. Look, I'm a fighter. I know what it's like. Maybe not to fight Anthony Joshua, but I know what it's like when you have to stare down the barrel of someone with a right hand like that and a jab like that and someone with those sort of weapons. It's not as simple as he didn't perform. There's so much that goes into it. There's so many layers that go into it. It's not as simple as just criticizing Joseph for being timid. There's a lot that goes on that, in a ring that your average person just don't know about.
Cool.
What's the situation with Israel potentially sparring with Junior? I know that was kind of put on hold. Is that back on now?
Yep. No, we'll have Israel and Carlos for the full camp, which is brilliant. As Joseph's team know and our team knows, like sparring partners are in this country are at a bit of a premium. Good sparring partners. So there was a bit of a bit of a hunt to grab all the sparring partners before each other, the teams were on a little bit of a hunt, searching for the same sparring partners for a little while. But yeah, Israel, he has a scheduled fight, and we will fly out to America the day after Junior's fight. So that puts us here. That puts them doing their same camps simultaneously, which is going to be like massive for Junior to have Israel doing his camp. And a lot of the other UFC guys who will be on that same card will be doing their camp with Junior. When you got to witness it, but when all those guys are pushing each other and pumping the bikes together and sparring together, it's I've never seen anything like that in any gym around the world. It's something special, something we perhaps weren't able to have, but it's one of the benefits for us, one of the few benefits for us of having the camp delayed by a bit. That advantage.
If Israel is focusing on a fight, though, I imagine you have a lot of time to spend with Junior, or will you be able to?
There's a lot of the, a fair bit of the conditioning drills that we do for 12 rounds of boxing and we do for 5 rounds of MMA. A lot of them cross over. A lot of them are the same. And in my gym, how we spar is everybody spars together for the first few rounds. So basically half the rounds, and then the MMA guys split up, the boxing guys split up, the kickboxing guys split up, and then they do their specific rounds for their sport. And we do that so that each group from each specific code can spar together and make the other group better. So the MMA guys will spar the kickboxers spar the boxers spar, and it just makes everybody better. That's why we run it like that. So they will actually get a lot of sparring time together, and there will be some special sparring sessions that we schedule for Junior where I'll have selected, me and Doug will have selected sparring partners there specifically for that sparring, yeah.
Still the David Higgins show?
Sorry?
Still the David Higgins show?
It's the frickin' Craig Stanaway show today though. Don't know why Joseph invited him. He come out here and rocked it up, but that's why we love Craig.
Mark mentioned, I guess, there were a couple of people, parts of the team that maybe weren't as forthcoming or maybe were just a bit of a pain in the neck during the negotiations, but were they?
Just anybody with the surname Higgins, but not necessarily him, because there's other Higgins. So maybe not him. He was, yeah. Nah, look, we're not going to get up here and point fingers at different people. The point is that both teams work together to get this business sorted out, and we're here. We're 100% going ahead on the 27th. When you get this is the funny thing about boxing: you get two opposing teams. They got to come together to make the business happen. Otherwise, we don't have the fight. And the teams have, in that regard, there was some back and forth, but the business side of it got done, and that's a fantastic part of it. we're going to be treated to, I think it's going to be one of the most fantastic boxing fights in New Zealand history. Yeah. The Samoans and the Tongans. And I'm Samoan, but I'm on the Tongan side.
All good.
Joe,
Oh, sorry.